All right, welcome back to Transport Fever 2. We are staring at our brand new train that's going to deliver our goods throughout the northern section of our map with the hope of supplying everything that this northern section needs in regards to food and fuel. We are waiting for it to fill up before it goes on its merry journey. Before we really let this go, we do have to kind of set up some of the logistics associated with this to make sure that the maximum can happen for this train. So that's what we're going to focus on today. We're going to make sure that this train is successful. So we're going to pause for just a second, okay? Because we've got a lot of things that we need to do to kind of make that a reality. All right. So in order for this train to be as efficient as possible and for the demand for fuel and food to be ready, we have to set up in each of the cities that it's delivering to a transportation network from the station to where it needs to go. So let's take Detroit here, for instance. Detroit needs fuel. We know that the train is going to stop at Detroit, but how is that fuel getting to where it needs to be? So we're going to start by taking a look at the station. The station's gonna be dropped off here, I think. Let's check. Fuel. Yep, it's going to be dropped off at Detroit. Okay. When it does that, and it drops off at Detroit, let's see, go to Salt Lake City. Here, it's going to drop off fuel and food. When it does that, where is it going to go? Presently, it's going this far. It's going as far as the highlighted area, but we want to extend that, okay? So let's take a look and see where the demand is for fuel and for food, okay? So food is mostly taken care of by just the station, but this fuel over here is not. So we need to figure that out. We need to figure out how to expand that network a little bit. It looks like Detroit is currently getting... It should be getting it from there, but we cut that supply line. So we need to end this supply line and transfer this truck to do what it is doing from Detroit Annex back to the station instead. So that's actually a pretty easy changeover. We're going to grab the line and we're going to modify that line, change the line. Instead of going from Detroit Annex, we're going to X that. We're going to add a new station and we're going to go from the train station to where the fuel needs to be. And that's going to drop off both the food and the fuel for us. So that one is done. That's Detroit fuel line. We got one truck doing it. Sounds good. We need to do that for every one of these stations. I know that Salt Lake City is already set up for that, so I'm not going to worry about that. Let's go off to Hartford. Hartford does not currently have that set up, okay? There's no transport system from this depot here to the city. So let's take a look at where food is needed. Food is needed down here, okay? I already have a truck stop right here in the middle. So let's take a look. Will that cover everything? Yep, that'll cover everything. So we just set up a line from there to there. All right, that's pretty easy. New line from the station to that spot on 12th Street. This is going to be Hartford food supply, because we're just delivering food to there. Okay. All right, let's grab a truck. We do need trucks. Okay, cargo. All right, we'll just make it this Mac here that delivers 9. Yep, let's do it. And then let's go Hartford food supply. Great. All right, that line is now set up. Okay, so food will now be distributed to the city, which is great because that's what it needs. Okay, let's move on to our next line. Norfolk. All right, Norfolk. All right. You cover already a lot of the city, which is good, but I never really trust that as being gospel. So it needs fuel mostly on this run here. So we're going to set up a line. We're going to set up a truck stop. We're going to make it go all the way into the heart of that industrial district, so it stays out of that intersection. Okay, let's grab the line. Go from the truck to the truck. All right, this is going to be, what do I do for Norfolk? Mobile, Mobile, Mobile. I don't have anything for Norfolk yet. All right. So NRFK Norfolk. All right, this is going to be fuel supply. Okay. We need a truck for this area. Do I have anything nearby? Do I have a depot nearby? I bet my depot's over there. Yeah, it is. That's okay. Let's grab it from there. We'll just take a little journey. All right, get the Mac again. Is this okay? So it saves me about $1,000. Oh, this is cheaper. Let's do that. Okay, we're gonna do this one. We're gonna go Norfolk. Fuel supply. Awesome. Let's keep going. All right. Go keep on the line. Go all the way to Chicago. I think Chicago's already set. Nope, it's not set up. Okay, we got a bus route, which doesn't actually cover the entire city. This city has grown towards this northern section a lot because that's not where the bus route's been. So that's great. Chicago's been growing. We do need to establish the same thing here. Let's look at where we need things. Fuel's actually really close to where we're at. So that's not as big of an issue. I'm still going to do it because it's just good practice to make sure that these, yeah, it doesn't cover very much. Okay, so we're going to go truck stop. And let's just put it, let's put it off the main road on this side road so that it doesn't disrupt traffic too much. From the station to there, let's change that color. Let's make it all right, there we go. This is Chicago. And we're making it, is this fuel? Yeah, fuel supply. All right, grab a truck. Again, unfortunately, I mean, this is a lot of some of the busy work that's required sometimes that to help make sure that these trains are as efficient as possible. Because if you run this train without none of the cities really needing fuel, then it won't pick up any fuel. And that would be unfortunate because that would be a huge waste of money at this point. Okay, Evansville's our last stop. Okay, that has almost zero coverage, so that's not good. We need to find where the fuel is located. Okay, it is close, which is good. Look at how many tools are needed here. So I need to get tools into this network. Let's go and build the truck stop. Let's again do it off like an off-road a little bit. Get a lot of coverage there. Okay, take away that overlay. Okay, yeah, that's a good portion of the city. A lot of this is residential over here, so it won't need the goods, but that's great. Okay, so let's build that route. Here to here. I want green again. I don't want that. Let's make it like this. Okay, so Evansville. I think we've done that before. No, we haven't. Okay, Evansville. Evansville's going to be EV. So ENVL. All right. This is going to be fuel supply. Okay, great. I should have one down here because these trucks are not close. I guess I don't. I don't have a depot down here. Oh, I got a depot over here. Let's grab it from there. All right, grab that truck. And we'll put that in Evansville. Cool, awesome. Okay, so now each of the locations have a network to supply the fuel. So whenever we can start going, that's going to be helpful. There is one more aspect to this route that we're going to start here. Okay, this train is off and I'm going. It's got 27 food in it. It's not the max that I want, but that's okay. It waited for 5 minutes to do that, so that'll be a good way to start next time. Let's see here. What is this? That's the passenger line. Where is my grain train? Where is the... Here it is. Yeah, the budget black hole is now pulling the station, so that should be able to pick up 96 food and get it back before this mainline train makes the full jump. Okay, so this is now going off, and it's going to take the bread to Salt Lake City, pick up the fuel, and go from there. Now that we have fuel demand at each of the cities, this should start ticking up a lot faster than it currently is. Let's turn on the speed boost a little bit. Okay, we're struggling here a little bit. Yeah. Trying to get the supply going. I got a lot of fuel waiting here. That's 47 fuel, so I need that fuel to be delivered to the train station as quickly as possible so that it can be loaded onto the train. That's where we're currently at right now. Okay. So, I mean, that's not far. It's not far. Should be fine. Here comes the train, though. So I need that. I need those trucks to be faster and better. Okay, we'll worry about that later. This has got 4. Okay, it's not going to be fully realized and probably till probably 2 or 3 routes in. But this train is going to pull in here. Let's watch that. That's going to unload some bread, but hopefully not all of it. Naturally, the game will evenly distribute the food based on demand, but also the amount of cities that need it. So the hope is that, it won't deliver everything so that it can take things to Hartford and other places later. It'll start picking up the fuel now. So that's 6. I'm about to drop off a few more here. And each one of those is going to be super helpful. There we go. That should be up to 12. Excellent. That's picking up bread as well. That's interesting. All right, get going, get going. Go, 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 go. Manage the line at Lower Salt Lake. I don't want you to wait till full. No, no, no. Go. All right. So we can have more guys dropping off. We want this to be as full as possible. I want one more load. Keep going. Oh yeah, we got some growth in the residential areas in this part of the city. Great. Or in this city. All right, let's drop that off. Good. That'll be a pretty big jump. Awesome. Okay, so this one's probably going to leave with 25 fuel. Wonderful. All right. Now, to make this the most efficient possible, we need to now bring, what would be best is if we bring fuel, crude oil, back towards here so it can be loaded into this fuel refinery, and then that'll be best. So luckily for me, I actually have a oil refinery right next to the train tracks. So if I can link this up to this network, my train will stop back here on its way through. It'll pick up oil and it'll take it back to, it'll take it back to Salt Lake City, drop it off, and then restart the entire process. Okay, so that's the ultimate goal for the end of this episode. Should not be too difficult, honestly. Trains do this all the time. So you just need to make sure that your trucks and everything are working in alignment with what you want, right? So we'll have to figure out how these trucks are going to deliver the oil up to here after that. Okay, so yes, this just got upgraded onto awesome. All right, so that's great. Okay, so this is moving on. This is going to go down to Detroit, drop off what it wants to drop off, and then continue the route. On its way back, it's going to stop here and pick up oil. Presently, all this oil is being converted into plastics. So we need to build a train station right here that connects to this. Let's find a pretty level spot to make that a reality. Go there. Okay, there's a little hill there, but I'm not too worried about that. As long as I connect it with a road, that'll be really good. Let's build it over here, have it link in, and then build that road. Okay, so let's start by building the road, because that'll help determine exactly where I can build the train station. Okay. let's build that out. Okay. Yes, it's not giving me any connection points right now, which is fine. All right, come on, there we go. That's what I wanted. So that's gonna have a negative impact on where I can build, but that's okay. All right, so let's try to build a new train station. Need a cargo station. I need it to be long enough for this train. So I don't want there to be any. Oh yeah, perfect. It's gonna be a little sharp, but if I can extend this road a little bit further, should give me enough runway. Perfect. Perfect. I love where this is going. Yeah, that's great. Okay, that'll get me that. Great. Okay, so there's that station. Awesome. Okay, so that delivered most of the fuel actually to Detroit. Okay, so that just tells me that we're going to need a lot more fuel to go here. So I got my fuel capacity is what was that, 336. Okay, we dropped off about 19 at Detroit. So I could add a significant amount of train cars to that if I really wanted to make it work. Okay, so let's make this. So we're going to link this in here. Okay, and then we're going to link this in. And that should really help us. Oh, this is the double track right here. It's fine. That should really help us with the supply need, okay? Now that I have this linked in, it's going to be really important for me to really amp up the amount of trucks that I going back and forth from this oil well to here, because no longer is it going to be satisfied by just delivering to the chemical plant. So we're going to increase the amount of trucks that are going from Detroit siding to Hartford West. Okay, we got 8 going right now. We're going to increase that by 4. Okay, so we're going to go up to 12. Because I want this to be completely full with oil whenever that train comes back. Okay, so this just stopped at Hartford. I hope that it dropped off some food. It did. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Dropped off enough food so that we can start supplying this town. Oh, look at these trains coming in. That needs fuel. That needs fuel. And that needs fuel. So we dropped off all the bread. We dropped off all the food, which is what we wanted to do. Now we're just working on the fuel. So this is going to come back then. Great. This is working out. Okay, so let's manage the line. After it goes all the way to Evansville, it's going to turn around, it's going to come back empty for a while, which is fine. If I had another oil well done here, I would 100% link that up first, take that oil all the way to the refinery, and then from the refinery over, but I don't have that. So from Evansville, it's going to go all the way back. It's going to stop here. And here, it's going to wait till full, and it's going to load oil. Okay? It's going to load oil. From here, it's going to go to Detroit branch. It's going to pick up bread. Yep, it's going to load bread, 100%. It's not going to unload anything. And it's going to go to Salt Lake City, where it's going to load load fuel. It's going to unload its oil, and it's going to unload bread. And it's going to load up fuel and then continue. Okay? So that system should, look, I already have 40 here. That's great. That's already more than I had before. Now let's go ahead and make sure that this oil is going to get from here to there. Because it won't. Oh my gosh, that building just went down. What happened? Oh, because the population is shrinking. Why is the population shrinking? Why are you shrinking? Noise pollution is minus 30%. Quality of the stations. Oh my gosh, quality of stations. So because this station has so many people waiting, people are leaving the city. Okay, we got to fix that. If that doesn't tell you exactly what we need in this area, I don't know what does. So we've got this, okay? So this station right now, this route is picking up fuel, bring it to the station. After that, it's going from the station, it's picking up bread and taking it to Adam Street, and then it's going back. So I think what we need to do is we need to say, let's just pause real quick. We want you to unload fuel, and we want you to load bread, and we want you to load oil. And we want that to kind of go. At Adam Street, we want you to unload bread. At Salt Lake City Annex, we want you to load fuel, and we want you to unload oil. Okay? So that should be able to help us fix that problem, or make sure that supply route is perfect. There's a lot of backup going up here. Let's see if we can't fix that. This is a wait till full for 60 seconds. Let's reduce that down to 30 seconds. Okay, because these guys they're not moving because they don't have anything to produce, so it's making it difficult. Okay, so that should help a lot with that. People are leaving Salt Lake City because there's not enough good transportation. The stations are too packed. I don't think that's happening with our bus line. Definitely not. There's not even enough people to ride the buses. But it is happening with our train line. Okay, we got one train that's doing the whole route. This whole route here has got one train on it, and that's not enough. Okay. Yeah, the one going to St. Louis, Detroit, all that stuff's got one train. I'm gonna double that. Let's manage the vehicles. Let's make sure we can't improve this wagon, all that stuff, make it go a lot faster. It's got 6 million right now that's invested in this. What kind of wagons do I have? 68 mile an hour, 112, 93. Woo! Okay. Actually, you know what? The 93, it's got a little bit less capacity, but it's a lot newer, and it actually cost me less money. Cost me a lot less additional money, but it has a higher maintenance cost. Okay, 93 miles an hour. Do I have a train that goes that fast? 62, 50, 62. The Hiawatha goes 99. The big boy, oh yeah, 81. Okay, so the 10-wheeler is still kind of our go-to, but it's not as powerful. So I could switch to the Atlantic. And I could just add another train there. So it cost me 3 million. But it would service more people. Or I can cancel all this and buy another. So let's see, 3.7 million for that. If I were to just add another train, if I do this right now, no, I don't want to replace it. I don't want to double it either. Let's see. It cost me 5.9. Well, let's just see. To do that. Passengers 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5.9. I could do it for 7.1. I could add a whole nother train with even more capacity. I think I need 2 trains. That's the problem. I need 2 trains. The Atlantic is the same speed, but it's more powerful. So why wouldn't I do that? That's the problem. Let's add the Atlantic. See, if I add the Atlantic and 4, then all of a sudden it's out of my price range. So I gotta do one or the other. 8 million for the Atlantic plus 3. I think that's what I'll do. Do it. Oh, I just modified it. Oh, crap. I didn't get anything I wanted. I just switched the train out for all new stuff. Oh, no. Yep, condition, very good. Guys, I spent $8 million to replace the train instead of buy a whole nother train. Oh, no. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I gotta solve this problem, though. Let's see what a new train would cost me. Let's just clone it. It's not enough money. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. You know, you could just do it the correct way, Brandon. You could go over here to your train depot. You could look at how much it's going to cost you instead of shortcutting. Okay. 8.2 million to double that. That's not going to happen right now. We're at $500,000. We just spent a lot of money. So that's not good. But hopefully things are looking up I mean, we just made $2 million. So that's not out of the realm of possibility that we're going to be able to fill this need quickly. So things are going well here. Let's take a look at that train that we have been spending the most of our time focusing on. We got to find it. Where's our train? Where's our train? You are here. You are on your way back with the hope that you're going to be stopping here at the station that's going to have oil. Oil is sitting on the platform, which means that the system is working. It is not very much, but that's okay. We need more production here. We need more production. So, crude, manage vehicles. Manage vehicles. I got 12 vehicles doing this. Is that straining this at all? No, it's not. They got plenty. Okay. So if I were to take this, and if I were to go, I don't know, replace all with a better truck that does more capacity and is faster, would that help? What if I go all the way down here? That's too much money. What if I go back down to here? What if I go here? That's not, I really need 9. That'd be awesome. Let's do that. Oh, negative money. Oh, positive money. Okay, so those trucks are now going to go faster, which hopefully will help. Let's extend that so that they're not waiting as much. We need a lot more oil coming in. Okay, that's at 10 now, so that's helpful. I have to remember that, like, this is just supplemental, right? Like, this is not the only source of oil that we're going to need for this system to work. It's going to work other ways, too. How's this doing? $500,000 profit. Good. Okay, we're at $1 million right now, positive. So that's good. This train is still coming. It's at 1.1 in the hole, but it did deliver everything it was supposed to deliver. So that's really helpful. I would want it to pick up something else down here. Like here's an oil well. I could figure out a way for it to go in there, pick up oil, deliver that oil to Hartford Refinery, from Hartford Refinery, go all the way, yada, yada, yada. But that just really extends how long this train is there, and I don't think we're there yet. So yeah, it's working. It's working. Let's look at this passenger line real quick. Okay, they just dropped off everyone and dropped off about 30. They loaded up another 30, and they're moving on. Okay, this train probably needs one more train worth of transport on that one as well. So I need 2 trains worth of funds just for passengers for this to work, for both these routes to work. Okay, this is now at 15. Good. Well, this one is still doing just fine. Really, honestly, you never want this to stop, right? You never want there to not be enough oil for it to be not working continuously. Because when it's not working continuously, then people are waiting for things. So, like, I never want this to get back down to 1 or 0. I want there always to be trucks coming in delivering. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're sitting right now. Yep, this train's waiting. So again, this double tracking, we need to double track the whole thing for it to be as effective as it wants to be. So, all right, I think that's going to do it for the day. That is the work that needed to be done in order to make sure this line is as effective as possible. It worked. It dropped off oil at all of its stops. It dropped off food at all of its stops. It did what it was supposed to do, and that's good. That's good, So the system is working. We're at 3 million, 3.7 net positive right now. Things are going well financially. Let's take a look at the lines. It's kind of in the episode. Again, remember, buses don't really care that much about. The train we're looking at right now is our big loser right now, 1.4 million. Okay, buses struggling a little bit. The fuel supply ones as well that we just set up, all struggling. But let's look at the good things. Good things, our ships continue to impress. Brick manufacturing, good. The passenger lines, good. Everything's looking really good. And we got some bad ones too. So, did this pick everything else up? Yep, it picked everything else. That was good. With that, everyone, I hope you have a great day. See you next time.